People trusted Dawn Wells as a celebrity. Kind eyes, a warm smile, and that serene vibe that gave you a sense of security on screen. Every now and then, though, a different aspect of a legendary celebrity reappears online, and all of a sudden, everyone has an opinion. Today, we're discussing those daring beachside pictures that people keep bringing up and responding to as if they were the most recent. And pay attention, watch the entire video, because there's more to this story than simply a picture. It has to do with how we evaluate others, how the internet alters our recollections of the past, and what we forget when we focus only on one picture. This is what typically occurs. Resharing an old collection of photos, whether from a studio session, magazine shoot, or beach photo set intended to appear lighthearted and amusing. When they see it, some people remark, "Wow, I didn't expect that." Others show horror as if the picture they've been carrying around for years has been shattered. Then you receive comments, some of which are genuinely thoughtful, some of which are impolite, some of which are thirsty, and some of which are phony anger. The main issue, though, is that most individuals respond without considering the whole situation. They respond as though the picture represents the entire person. Dawn Wells had multiple roles and appearances. She had to maintain a certain clean image for television, just like many actors of her time, but it doesn't mean she didn't take daring pictures. Back then, staying in the public eye required stars to participate in a variety of photo assignments, including glamour, beach, fashion, and studio pictures. It wasn't always intended to be wild or dirty. Frequently, it was just confidence, style, and a little camera fun. The issue is that when people see a bold swimwear stance these days, they immediately interpret it as extreme. And for a moment, let's be truthful. The fact that people only recall Dawn as the kind, amiable girl-next-door type accounts for a large portion of the shock. Therefore, it seems like it doesn't match when a bold photo appears. However, why do we treat others that way? Why do we confine them to a single box and pretend to be shocked when they emerge? Being stylish and self-assured about your body are not mutually exclusive. Feeling gorgeous and being compassionate are not mutually exclusive. A person may be both. People also seem to forget how different the world was at the time many of these pictures were taken. A bold bikini photo can nevertheless be viewed as a glamour shot rather than a controversy. It might be posed for a magazine, a fan feature, or just a straightforward picture shoot to show a celebrity looking self-assured and prepared for the camera. However, every image is now given the most dramatic interpretation conceivable because to the internet. What was this for? Is not a question that people ask. How can I make this a big deal? They inquire. The phrase, "leave little to imagination," enters the picture at this point. The wording is clickbait. It's designed to pique your interest, make you feel shocked, and make you want to pass judgment. However, you come to the realization that a picture captures a moment when you slow down. Not a complete tale. It doesn't reveal the person's values, way of life, treatment of people, or beliefs. It simply describes what a camera caught. Frequently with brilliant lighting, a predetermined position, and an objective established by studios and photographers, if anything. These images serve as a reminder that former Hollywood celebrities were not flawless statues, but rather actual people. They were permitted to be playful. They were let to feel self-assured. They were not chastised for being perceived as attractive. Furthermore, it speaks more about the viewer than it does about the subject of the picture when people become upset about it. I'm not saying that everyone has to adore those photos, though, personally, you might think it's not your style. That's alright. However, not my taste and how dare she are two different things. In the second, people become judges and things quickly get heated. Because the internet doesn't stop at a person's photo when it decides to evaluate them. It begins to rewrite their entire existence as if that one moment were the primary focus. The most fascinating thing to me is how fans evolve over time. Some admirers are proud when they look at those pictures. They perceive assurance. The camera appears to be owned by a celebrity. They saw a woman who didn't need to conceal herself behind a single image. To be honest, that's a healthier perspective. Because it permits humanity. It allows them to play multiple roles, wear multiple outfits, and make multiple headlines. Now tell me the truth. Do you think people are justified to be horrified when old celebrity images reappear? Or do you think the internet overreacts? Please share your opinions in the comments below. If you would like to see more stories like this one, where we go beyond the headline and discuss the true background, please like the video, subscribe, and enable notifications so you don't miss the next one.